Hi and welcome to episode number 10. So this is a celebration today party, episode 10 of our podcast, Princeton Makes Podcast. So I'm your host, Zohar Lavi-Hasson, and as always we are recording at our lovely store at the Princeton Shopping Center, Princeton Makes Store. We have 15 studios on site, so lots of artists that are selling from their studios, and also a beautiful storefront. We have a lot of events here, and you're all welcome to come and visit us. We are an artist cooperative, about 37 artists. So today we're hosting Veronica Foreman here. Hi, Veronica.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Veronica is also the Artist of the Month together with Danielle, and her work is going to be out on our window. We're very excited about that. She's going to have an artist talk. So Veronica, let's start with just what kind of art do you make?
So that is always a tough question for me because I like to do a lot.
Yes.
And so I paint and I like to do, so I have a degree in computer graphics, so I like to do graphics as well, but any type of art. I like to sew and a little bit of everything, really.
Yeah. You make shirts?
Yes, I make shirts as well. I like to take something and remake it to something totally different.
You make mugs?
Yes, I make mugs as well.
All over the place.
Yes, I am.
Great. Can you talk a little bit about the process of making your art, like one of your arts, whatever you like making the most?
I think like the screen print, and when I make shirts, I like to do something different. So I would prefer to design it myself, and then I'll go through like the whole screen print process of putting it on the shirt. But it's like I like those customers that are like, oh, I have this idea, like I just want like purple and gold, and I want these words, or I don't know what else I want on it, and then that like allows me to like do something, and then I'll like show it to them. But I like doing that. Like I like being the creative mind for someone else.
Right.
Yeah.
So people order shirts from you?
Yes.
So like for example, I just saw these shirts that you brought here today. These who ordered those?
Those are from the hospital.
The hospital here?
In Toms River.
And what did they ask for?
They are celebrating Pride Month.
Okay, so they ask shirts for how many shirts?
This one is 10, but then they're doing like another order.
Okay.
Yeah, they go by department a lot of times when the hospital orders.
Okay, so you have like the how is it called? Like the machine.
Yes, I have a heat press machine. I have a die cut, and then I have a sublimation machine.
What's that?
So it's kind of like, I don't know what it has. It's the image is infused into the fabric. Okay. So it's like when you stretch it, so like that's vinyl, which you can kind of feel a little bit. But when you, so kind of like how the tie-dye is. The tie-dye is already in the fabric, Yeah.
It doesn't put something on the fabric, but it paints the fabric?
It just like submerges the ink into the fabric. So a lot of people like that because it lasts a little bit longer. Okay. Yeah.
How did you learn about all these things and get into that kind of stuff?
So in college, I guess like everyone needed a job in college, and I went to HBCU, which is a historically Black university, and there was like a lot of fraternities and sororities and just a whole bunch of organizations on campus. Yeah. And I was a part of a whole bunch of organizations too, and so when like a new, like what they would call like line or a group of people would come out, they would get shirts, and like that was the thing. Like you would always have like a shirt to wear with an event that had like your organization name on it, like your name and your number and stuff on it. So back then I was actually hand drawing. Oh. I used to hand draw all my shirts, and so my whole dorm would be like full of glitter and paint and everything, because like these groups were like 25, 30 people or even more. Wow. And like I would just stay and I would just like draw the shirts for them. Wow. And so obviously like as technology advanced, and that's when there's always a better way to do something.
Right.
So
So, and now you work at the high school,
Yes.
Princeton High School.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say a little bit what you do there?
I actually work in counseling, and I help the students apply for scholarships and kind of get them ready for after life at the high school.
Okay. So how do you have time to do your art?
Oh, time. There's never enough time as an artist.
There is never.
And especially when you have a family and kids. Like, I know a lot of people say, like, oh, but your kids are old. Like, my kids are 14 and 17, but that's just more stuff that they do and just more things that you have to be at. So, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to find time.
Yeah.
I wake up 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Wake up early.
Yeah.
And stay up late? Or
Yeah.
Yeah. So sleep time is sacrificed.
Yeah, that's what makeup is for, to cover up the bags in your eyes.
Got it. All right. So can you talk a little bit about your background? What brought you to being an artist?
I've always gone to like an art school. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Fame.
Of course. I loved it.
So
and the series, TV series.
Yes. So I'm from Connecticut, and the school Fame is based out of New York, LaGuardia.
Right.
But we have like a school like that in Connecticut, and so I went there for middle school and high school.
Oh.
But I majored in dance. I didn't major in art. I majored in dance.
Oh. I didn't know you were a dancer too.
Yes.
Okay.
So the arts have always been a part of me, but my dad, he was an art teacher. He drew. He did portraits. Like he taught at an alternative school back home, and so at the alternative school he taught art to the kids.
Okay.
And
to
so
what age? Younger age?
I think it was high school.
Oh.
Yeah, so like ninth grade through 12th grade.
And you were in that school or another school?
No. I went to an art school. My dad. So it was kind of like a I don't know if they used to call it, like, like how you kind of went to like a school because like maybe like you did something where you were, I don't want to say like bad, but like you got kind of like kicked out of the public schools and you had to go to a special school. Yeah. And so that's where he taught at.
Right.
Yeah.
So you were influenced by that.
So yeah, I kind of say like just runs in my blood.
Got it.
Yeah, and my aunt, his baby sister, she made everyone's wedding dress, everyone's bridesmaid's dress, like everything. Like she's like right now she's doing prom season. Like she's just always sewing. She makes everything.
Cool. So you also do painting?
Yes.
What kind of paintings do you do?
I like acrylics. Yeah. But I like painting images that have messages behind them. So my dad is Cape Verdean and Portuguese, and my mom is Black. So growing up, they were divorced. So, I had to kind of learn on my own, both cultures. And I always feel like sometimes that I didn't know everything about my culture when I was growing up. So like now, especially with my kids, I like to let them know and educate them about all of their cultures and things like that. So when I do paint, because my dad's side of the family was, the culture behind it was kind of like left out of the teachings of like when I was growing up. So I always like to incorporate that in like my paintings, like whether it be like our flag or some type of struggle that we might have went through, just to always like make people aware, like, yes, I am that, but just I don't think a lot of people even know or heard of it. So it's kind of like teaching other people as well. Teaching other people about this specific culture that you come from. Yeah. That is on your dad's side or also your mom's side? No, just my dad. Your dad, which is Portuguese? And Cape Verde. So Portuguese, Portugal, or Brazil, or which one? My grandmother, his mom, is Portuguese, from Portugal. And his dad is Cape Verdean, which is a country in Africa, but it's directly below Portugal. Okay. So Portugal conquered, enslaved
Right.
7 countries in Africa.
Yeah.
And that was one of them that they took over.
Yeah.
And so they adopted everything. They spoke Portuguese. They were Catholic, and so they adopted the whole, Portuguese culture. We just got our independence in 1975.
Wow.
Yeah.
So your dad came from there?
He didn't. His grandfather did. He was born in Connecticut. Yeah.
Okay. So when did you decide to go into and research your roots?
I think once I got a little bit old enough, like once I maybe like the end of high school, because back in the day it was like you were either like black, white, or Puerto Rican, not Hispanic, but Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
And so like for some cases I didn't fit in either group, right? And so it was always like as you get older, like you're like, like maybe I should kind of like do some research or like figure it out. But like my mom always would say like, but you're Portuguese. But I think that's just like because that's what my Nana was, and she knew what my Nana was. And then so that's like what she would say. But because like her and my dad separated, it wasn't much more that she would tell me or she knew of.
Yeah. But you were closely with your dad all these years?
As I got older, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a tough divorce. So, yeah.
Wait, how old were you?
I was like 3 or 4, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so we did like I stayed with my mom, but like a weekend or whatever, I would go to my dad's.
Yeah. And your dad was an artist. And your mom?
Yeah. My mom, she's an accountant. Okay. Yeah.
Ooh. Opposite.
Oh, yeah.
How do you see this, except for like flags and stuff like that, how do you see it in your art?
A lot of times too, like if it's like a meaning behind it, like I did this one piece where it was like the emotions of a mother like losing, like with the fear of like losing their child, their children within the society that we live in, unfortunately for children of color, it's not safe sometimes to like even walk out, in the world today and just go to the store or whatever it may be. And so like things like that are going on in the world, I like to kind of like paint about, but in my own interpretation of how I see it.
So what's in that painting? I don't think I saw it. Is it in the sun?
Oh, it's here. Yeah, it is here.
Where is it?
You want to see? You want me to bring it up? I think I have to take this off though to go get it.
So I can see what we're talking about. And then you'll describe it. Veronica went to bring the painting. All right. Where do you keep these?
I store them in Rhino section. Or I had some downstairs. Okay.
All right, so Veronica brought the paintings, so now I'm going to get to see them. Wow, that's nice. Stop. Oh, God, that's so sad.
So this is a mother, and it's a gun with someone's hand, yes, of a lighter color. And then it's just the actual bullet going and like splattering everywhere, but then like she's also trying to stay stop at the same time.
Yeah, with a lot of names.
And then these are like all the names of people that were murdered by cops.
Yes. Yeah, it's beautiful. And it's a black woman screaming, stop. That's great.
So this I did, this actually was done for an Art Against Racism piece that I did for them.
Cool.
So
great. And you brought something else here.
Yes, I did. So this is one piece, but it's together. I mean, so you kind of have to like put it up with some space in between.
Yeah, I like it.
A person with a hoodie on, of course, reference to Skittles. But we're supposed to be American and we're supposed to be all treated equally. And that's why it's not together.
Okay. And his face is covered by the American flag.
Yes, that's saying that, that we're all supposed to be American, no matter what, right? The Skittles is from Trayvon Martin. When he went to the store, that's what he was buying. I believe it was some Skittles and something to drink.
Yeah, and then he was killed by police. Wow.
If I do a painting, just because I don't want to say it's hard for me just to paint anything. I just have to have the emotions or the feeling behind the painting to do it.
Yeah. So first you have the idea and the message, and then you put it on the canvas.
Yeah.
Usually. So it's important for you to have a message.
Yeah.
That's great.
I think it's easier for me to express something on paint if there's like a message behind it.
Yeah, I
yeah.
I mean, I make bugs, so maybe not. But I would like to have more message. All right, so we're going to move to our easy peasy part, rapid questions.
Okay.
I need one word.
Oh gosh, okay.
Or two. If you give me a sentence, I will be fine. Try to make it quick. So, ready?
Okay.
Okay. What is your favorite artist of all time?
Oh gosh, that's tough. Like,
you can give me one of your favorite artists.
Okay, so because I am a dancer as well,
yes,
I have to go with Judith Jamison.
Okay,
yes.
Who's a dancer?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She is, yes.
Okay, perfect. And we're going to put a link to her.
Okay.
Also. What is your favorite material to create with?
Ooh, fabric.
Fabric?
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of people say fabric. Interesting. What music or sound do you like to work with, if any?
So, not music, but old school TV shows, like like when I was a kid.
Oh.
Yeah, I still watch like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or like A Different World.
Oh.
So and even if I've seen it, like I just have to like let it play over
really?
and over and over. Yeah.
That's so funny. That's an original one.
Yeah.
Good. Makes you creative.
Yeah.
What is a space that you feel most creative to work in?
I don't think there's one particular space, but I just have to be by myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your worst artistic nightmare?
The worst artistic nightmare?
No nightmares.
No nightmares, besides never wanting to really be a starving artist.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a nightmare. And the last one. One word that describes how you feel when you create art.
Happy.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, great. So you passed that. You're good. You're still alive.
I'm still alive. Oh God.
And now we're just gonna wrap up. But before we wrap up, I want you to mention how people can reach you. Website, Instagram, whatever you have.
All right, so they can reach me on Instagram at mvleague-designs. And from Instagram, there is a link to the website.
There's a website.
Is a little long. So.
Okay, no problem. We'll also put a link on the show notes, so you can check that out. And you have an artist talk. It's with Danielle.
Yes.
Together. So can you say when it is?
So it'll be June 24th at 6:30 here at Princeton Makes.
Great. You excited?
Yes, I'm excited.
And nervous?
And nervous,
of
yes.
course. It will be fun. You'll be surrounded by loving people. Thank you so much for coming, Veronica. It was fun, right? It wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't bad.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. RD is our graphic design, and our theme music is by Renata Pugh. I'm Zohar Lavi-Hasson, producing and hosting. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions, we have a new email address. It is princetonmakespodcast@gmail.com. And also let us know if you want to add your name to the mailing list, your email address, because we have a lot of events here. Please rate and share this podcast to other artists and people that it might inspire. We are located at the Princeton Shopping Center. We're open Thursday to Sunday, 10 to 6. So come and visit us and talk to our artists. Also, we have a party on June 9th. So you're welcome to that. We're going to have a lot of fun stuff to do. And even I think we're going to have a model so people can draw a model here on the spot. that's going to be fun. If the model gets back to me, who knows. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time. And yay, episode 10. Whew!